Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about the shopping cart trick for being approved for credit cards. We're going to be talking about what this trick is, who it's good for, and then we're going to go through and do a live demonstration, and I'll show you step by step, and we'll see if we can't get pre-approved for one of these credit cards live here on the spot. So realistically, what is this shopping cart trick? Well, essentially what it is you're going to go online to a particular store's website or portal, and you're going to load up some stuff into your shopping cart, and as you're going through the checkout process, it is highly likely that you will be targeted with an offer for one of their store branded credit cards, and you'll be pre-approved for that credit card. Now you might be saying, well, if I wanted a credit card, why don't I just go to americanexpress.com and apply for and get a credit card? Well, that might work very good for some people, but not for everyone. So if you just turned 18 and you've never had a loan or a credit card or anything like that, sometimes it can be difficult to get your first credit card. And maybe you've already had a credit score established, but things haven't worked out for you quite the way you wanted it to. And so your credit score is suboptimal and you're trying to rebuild your credit score. Maybe you've had some foreclosures or repossessions or late payments or whatever the case may be, and you are trying to reestablish that credit score. For those folks, it's going to be a fantastic way to get pre-approved for a credit card and start establishing yourself. And as an added bonus, some of these store-branded credit cards are not going to do a hard inquiry on your credit report, so it's not going to ding your credit score. Some of these cards are going to do a soft inquiry, which is not going to affect your credit score. Now, it's becoming increasingly harder and harder to find cards that do a soft pull as opposed to a hard pull, so nothing is guaranteed. But when you are actually getting this card, if you have to type in your full social security number, that's a pretty good indication that it is likely going to be a hard pull. And if you only have to put in the last four of your social, then chances are at least decent that it might be a soft pull. But regardless, the pre-approval for these cards is pretty high. These store-branded credit cards are much easier to get than most credit cards, which is making it perfect for anyone trying to build their credit. Now, these store-branded credit cards are legitimate credit cards in the fact that they will report to all three major credit bureaus, and so they're going to universally help your credit score, assuming that you actually use them responsibly. The one downside with these store-branded credit cards is that not all of them are universal credit cards. So some of these credit cards only work at that particular store that you got this store-branded credit card from. Now, some store credit cards are actually co-branded credit cards, meaning that they belong to a larger network. So if you see something like the Visa or MasterCard logo on that credit card, then that means that you can actually use this credit card anywhere Visa or MasterCard, etc. are accepted. But cards that are store-specific, you can only use it at that one particular store if it doesn't have one of those logos on it. So obviously it makes sense to go to a retailer that you might actually do some shopping at, but for some people, rebuilding their credit score, it honestly doesn't matter. Maybe they just need an increase in their line of credit so their utilization rate goes down or something like that. So in this example, we're just going to go to express.com, which is a clothing retail store. Who knows? That's pretty universal. Maybe you want to get some new threads. So that's where we're going to try to get pre-approved for an Express credit card. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into a live demonstration, and I'll see if I can't get pre-approved for one of these cards. All right, guys, so here we go with our live demonstration of how to perform the shopping cart trick. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to disable your pop-ups. Most people surf the internet with some sort of a pop-up blocker, but in this case, we are going to actually need those pop-ups because that's how we're going to get pre-approved for this credit card. Now, obviously, I am using Google Chrome, so if you are using Internet Explorer or Firefox or some other type of web browser, then the next 30 seconds or so are going to be slightly different for you. But ultimately, you're going to come up here to your system settings, and so in Google Chrome, it's going to be these three little dots. You're just going to click on that, and then you're going to come down here to settings. Now, in the search bar, I am just going to type in POP. That's going to bring up my pop-ups. So we're going to click on this. We're going to find the pop-up section. Yeah, right here. And as you can see, my pop-ups are currently blocked. So we are going to turn those on and allow pop-ups. Now, obviously, once you're done with this trick, you're going to want to come back in here and turn this stuff off because pop-ups suck. All right, after that, we're just going to go to the website that we are going to be using the shopping cart trick for. So in this case, we are going to go to express.com. Now, once you go to the website, you're just going to load up your shopping cart with about $200-300 worth of stuff, and you're going to start the checkout process. Now, what stuff you buy or put in your shopping cart doesn't really matter, because honestly, we're not going to buy any of this stuff. So what you put in your shopping cart does not matter. The only thing that matters is you put in a couple $100 worth of stuff. All right, so here we go with some jeans. Jeans are nice and decently expensive. So here we go, 88 bucks a pair. We're gonna buy 2 or 3 of these. I guess I have to pick a size. It doesn't matter. Apparently I can't buy more than 1 at a time, so I'm just going to do this individually. So there's 1, there's 2, there is 3 different pair of jeans, so that should be $200 and change worth of some stuff in here. I guess I clicked something on accident. But all right, so we got a scarf in here too. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start checking out. It doesn't matter. Sure, yeah, everything looks perfect. Let's check out. We got a total of $220 worth of stuff in here. So let's start checking out. You can log in if you're a member of that particular website, but honestly, just check out as a guest. That should be fine. All right, so here we go. We are now at the first page of the checkout page. And as you can see, it's going to ask you for your personal information, you know, shipping and billing, delivery, and payment. Now you're going to start putting in some stuff. You're going to need to put in your contact information and your address, because honestly, that's how they target you. So they are going to need to know your name. You can start filling all this stuff out. It doesn't really matter. The only thing is when you obviously get to the very, very end and your payment, don't actually buy anything, all right? So I'm going to block out and start filling in the next few sections here. I'm going to block out the video for this stuff because y'all a bunch of creepers and you don't need to know where I live. All right, so I just put in all of my information, and as soon as I clicked and completed step number 3 and it brought me to the payment section, I got this pop-up here. It says, congratulations, you are approved for an Express credit card account. Now it looks like you get some promotional discounts when you use it for your first time here on this website. Honestly, it doesn't matter because you're probably never actually going to shop at express.com. You are simply using this in order to get pre-approved for this credit card. So at this point, you would just hit accept and go through the steps for this. And there you go. You have now been approved for your credit card. All right, well, that was easy. It looks like I was pre-approved for this Express credit card. Now, obviously, once you have gone through the motions and applied and got that Express credit card, you can just exit out and close out and not actually buy any of that stuff that you had in your shopping cart. And then obviously make sure you turn your pop-up blocker back on because pop-ups suck. All right, so troubleshooting. What if you have gone through the motions and you did not get pre-approved for one of these store-branded credit cards? Well, first off, it's not 100% guaranteed that they will target you. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason. So if you don't get targeted, just try back in a week or 2, and who knows, you might be targeted at that point. Some other problems that have sometimes helped resolve the situation is if you have ever specifically opted out of receiving pre-approved credit card offers, then you will have to actually opt back in. So in order to opt back into this credit card pre-approval process, you have to go to optoutprescreen.com and request to be opted back into receiving these pre-approved credit card offers. Give it a couple of days for the system to update and then try again. This step is only required for people who have previously gone to this website and requested to never get these credit card offers again. So for most people, you don't have to go through this step. It's only for people that have already done this once. They now need to undo that. The second thing is, and this is especially true if you have just recently moved and changed addresses, make sure that the address that you're putting in for your billing and shipping on that particular website is going to be the same as whatever is showing up as the most current address with your credit bureaus. So TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, etc. So if all that stuff hasn't updated quite yet for Experian, etc., you might want to use your old address when you go to that website and see if that won't pull it up. Because if they can't match you up and verify you as a person, then obviously you're not going to get pre-approved and targeted with one of these offers. You can also try to add a few extra items into your shopping cart, bump up that dollar amount in your cart. That might help you get pre-approved for one of these offers as well. And if the particular website has like a shopping rewards, a loyalty program of some sort, it might be worth trying to sign up for that loyalty rewards program and then try the shopping cart trick again. The logic behind this is if you are signing up for their loyalty program, then chances are that you are expecting to be a repeat customer, and so they want to give preferential treatment to their repeat customers because they make a bunch of money off of you, and so they may target you at that point with one of their credit card offers. But if all else fails, remember this is only one particular store out of many that offer these store-branded credit cards. So give it a shot. Make these changes, and if it doesn't work, no big deal. Try a different store. More than likely, you're going to get pre-approved very quickly. After all, it only takes about 5 minutes to try to go through this process, so you can knock out a bunch of these stores in a very short amount of time, and I can guarantee you that one is going to pre-approve you for one of their credit cards. Now, as an alternative to the shopping cart trick, another good option is the Chime credit card. It is technically sort of a secured credit card, but it doesn't require the upfront security deposit that almost all secured credit cards have, and why secured credit cards tend to suck. This is a brand new card, and it does things a little bit differently than most secured credit cards, so it actually functions more like a debit card. So you're never going to have any kind of late payments or interest payments or anything like that. It functions exactly like a debit card, but technically it's a credit card, so it does report to all 3 credit bureaus, and it will boost your credit score. But since it is a secured credit card, the chances of being approved for this card are ridiculously high. So this is going to be another good option for anybody that's trying to build or establish new credit. If you're interested in checking out the Chime credit card, check out this link right here. So that's going to do it for us, folks. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm, which is the #1 way that channels like this grow, because if you found this video useful, then chances are somebody else is going to find it useful too. So by helping out the algorithm, you're actually helping out your friends and family, helping out other people find good educational content just like this. I have new videos all the time, and as always, I'll see you all again next time. Thanks.